Alright, welcome back to what is potentially our final video for the year. It's quite sad, I know you're just as disappointed as I am. Today we're going to be having a look at expanding brackets and then factorising, so we'll move relatively quick. So we have our set of brackets there, so we've got our binomials. Now we remember our eyebrows, our nose and our smiley face. So what these lines means that because everything outside the brackets applies to everything inside the brackets, so I need to do x times the x and x times the 6 and 2 times the x and 2 times the 6. So those lines basically mean I've got to multiply those ones. So I end up with x times x, I get x squared. I'll do this one first, second, third, fourth. Second one, x times 6 is 6x. Third one, 2 times x is 2x. Fourth one, 2 times 6 becomes 12. And I look and I collect my like terms now. So x squared stands on its own. I have 6x and 2x, which together gives me 8x, and my constant stays as it is. So that's our simple expanding brackets. And so we just have a look. We look at when we add negatives and we look at the whole term. So again, eyebrows, nose, smiley face. X times x gives me x squared. X times 3 plus 3x. Now I look at my whole term here. So my whole term is my negative 4. Negative 4 times x is minus 4x. Negative 4 times 3 is minus 12. So I end up with x squared. Now 3x take 4x is negative 1x minus 12. Now we can also write that just like so. So I have to remember that the term includes the symbol in front. So again, eyebrows, nose, smiley face. 1, 2, 3, 4 is my order. X times x, x squared. X times negative 7 is minus 7x. 5 times x plus 5x. 5 times negative 7 minus 35x. So now my like terms are negative 7x and 5x, and negative 7 plus 5 is negative 2x. Alright, so that's how I don't know why I did that. Going loopy. Last one where I have two minuses. Eyebrows, nose, smiley face. X squared. X minus negative 10 is negative 10x. Negative 3 minus x is minus 3x. Negative 3 minus negative 10 is plus 30. So I end up x squared, negative 10 minus 3, minus 13x, plus my 30. The only other thing that we do a little bit extra is, so if we've got something, we have a coefficient of x, so a number in front of the x, but it's effectively the same thing. Eyebrows, nose and smiley face, we've got our good looking person there. 5x times 7x becomes, I've got to do my 5 times 7 first, which gives me my 35x squared. 5x times 1, well, that's just 5x. 6 times 7x, 6 times 7, so that's 42x. 6 times 1 is 6. So now I collect my like terms in the middle again. So I end up with my 35x squared. 5 and 42 makes 47x plus 6. So that's our starter of our expanding brackets. Then we had a look at our perfect squares. Now we did these ones in our heads. So when it's in this format, so there's nothing in front of the x, all I do is my x is squared. Then I look at this one and I double that. So I double my 2 to get 4, that becomes my coefficient, and then I square it. So 2 times 2, also 4. So x squared, double that one becomes 4x, square it to get 4. So again, I look at this one, I look at x squared. Now double negative 5 is minus 10, and that's my coefficient of x. And negative 5 times negative 5 gives me plus 25. So if there's nothing in front of x, that's my process. If there is something in front of x, Well, I've got to square that one. So 5 squared is 25, and then I've got my x squared. To get my coefficient of x in the middle, I do my 6 times my 5, which gives me my 30, and then again I double it. So I get my 60x, and then I just square my 6 to get 36. So that was 5 times 5, gives me my coefficient of my x squared, because I'm doing x times x, so 25x squared. 5 times 6 is 30, doubled is 60x, and 6 times 6 becomes 36. That's pretty much it with our expanding. Now we look at our factorising. We're just doing a sort of, I guess, a basic way to have a look at it. And the way that we look at it with these ones, especially when there's no coefficient of x there, is, well, I know that I'm going to end up with 12, so I need to have multiples of 12. So factors of 12. So I go and I list my factors of 12. So I've got 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. And so I know that if I get ready, it's going to look something like that. Now, the two numbers that I need have to multiply to get to 12. So I've got all these ones, and then I know that I need to, when I add them or combine them, I'm going to get to 7. So 1 and 12 is 13, 2 and 6 is 8, 3 and 4 is 7, so it's as simple as that one's x plus 3, that one's x plus 4. And that's pretty much the extent of it. So again here, I'll look and I'll do my factors. It's 1 and 27, 2 and nothing, 3 and 9, 4 doesn't work, 5 doesn't work, 6 doesn't work, 7 doesn't work, 8 doesn't work, and I'm back to 9, so there we go. So which combination of these ones gets me to 12? Well, 1 and 27 isn't going to get me there. 3 plus 9 will get me to 12. So I write that as x plus 3, x plus 9. Now it doesn't matter in this instance whether it's I put my 9 first or my 3 first. Makes no difference in the end. When I get to my negatives, I do pretty much the same process. I'm going to look at just my 24 at the moment and list. So I've got 1 and 24, I've got 2 and 12, I've got 3 and 8, I've got 4 and 6, and 5 doesn't work. So they're all my factors. Now I know that one of them is going to be a negative because I have a negative there. So I think, righto, how do I get to positive 2? 1 and 24 doesn't work. 2 and 12, well, I get either 10 or negative 10. 3 and 8, I get 5 or negative 5. 4 and 6, well, I get 4 or negative 4. 2 or negative 2. Confusing myself. So if I want the positive 2, right, I'm going to have negative 4 plus 6. Get me my positive 2, so that's how I write them. X minus 4, x plus 6. Right, it's the same process here. I've got a negative there. So I'll start with my factors. I've got 1 and 60. I've got 2 and 30. I've got 3 and 20. I've got 4 and 15. I've got 5 and 12. I've got 6 and 10. 7 doesn't work. 8 doesn't work. 9 doesn't work. I'm back to my 10. So these are my ones that I need to work with. So I need to get to 7. 1 and 60 won't work. 2 and 30 won't work. 3 and 20 won't work. 4 and 15, well, I'm either going to get 11 or negative 11. So if I do 15 take 4, it's 11. 4 take 15 is negative 11. 12 take 5 is 7. And 5 take 12 is negative 7. So I'll write that. 5 take 12. And that's how I go. X plus 5. X take 12. And then second last ones. No, they're my last ones. Happy days. These ones are a little bit trickier, and you probably don't really need to know how to do these ones unless you want to have a bit of a crack. But if I've got the coefficient of x, I can do it two ways. I can look and go, well, is there a common factor between the three? Right, and so I look at this one and I say, well, yep, I can divide all of those by 5. So I can throw a 5 out the front, and that one becomes x squared. 40x divided by 5 becomes 8x. 60x divided by 5 becomes 12. And so once I've done that, I then look, okay, can I break that down more? And I repeat that process as before. So my factors of 12 are 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, and I look which ones are going to get me to 8, my 2 and 6, so I can write that as 5 outside of x plus 2, x plus 6. If I look at this one though, it's even trickier, and there isn't a common factor among them. Right, so I'm going to go, well, this one's going to be 7x, and this one's going to be x. And so I have to get to there. Now again, I can use that same process and go, well, all right, I need to get to 15. And so I'm going to look at, well, I've got a 5 and a 3, I've got a 15 and a 1, and that's about it. Then I go, well, how am I going to get those to 26? Right, that's where it becomes difficult. And this is where I start using my 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to multiply my 7 by these ones to give me another number to work with. Right, so I go 7 times 15, which gives me 105, and 1, I'm not going to get to 26 that way. Right, 7 times 1 gives me 7, 15 and 7 gives me 22, I'm just shy. 7 times 5 is 35, 35 and 3 doesn't get me to 26. 7 times 3 is 21. So 21 and 5 gets me to 26. So if I need to multiply that one there, that means that I need to put my 5 in with my 7. So I make that one 7x plus 5, and this one the 3. Because then I know that as I go across, so I do my eyebrows, my nose and my smiley face, I do my 7 by 3, which gives me 21x. I do my 5 times my x, which gives me my 5x, 21x, and 5x gets me 26. As I say, that one's a little bit trickier. That's not everyone's going to really focus in on that one. But if you want to have a bit of a crack at trying some of those, it's not bad for your brain. All right, be good to your parents. Be good to everyone. See you later.